So you have to ensure always the availability of the materials, the right materials should be purchased at the right price in order to have the right suppliers at the right time, deliver it to the right place, right? You have to ensure these things. Correct? Right materials should be purchased at the right price from the right supplier. At the right time should be delivered, and it should be delivered to the right place. So when you're dealing with purchasing management, you have to make sure these things, right? So material management specialized functions, basically purchase department called supply department, and purchasing is act of buying or procurement of goods and services from some external agencies in desired quality, quantity at lowest price at the desired time. So when we are dealing with procurement or purchasing, you have to always think about the quality and quantity at the lowest price and desired time. Head of the purchase department called purchase managers and officers are there, supply materials. There are some goals in that one. According to Westin, he says, purchasing is a managerial activity that goes beyond the simple act of buying. Not only buying, there is management, right? It includes research. You are going to research and develop for the proper selection of materials and sources. So this is the one. And follow up to ensure timely delivery, right? Not only buying, you have to follow up timely delivery. Inspection to ensure both quality and quantity. To control traffic receiving and storekeeping, accounting, operations related to purchases. All these functions are there in the purchasing management. Okay? You are doing these things, I know. Purchasing is the procuring of material, supplies, machines, tools, and services required for equipment or maintenance and operations of manufacturing plant. So you are going to deal everything for operations. Right. The fundamental functions provides material to factory without which the wheels of machines cannot move, right? If you don't supply materials, wheels of machine in the production, will it move? Yeah, without the raw materials, can they produce? No.
No,
right?
possible.
So you are the king now. Yeah. Right. 50% of the total cost. So 1% saving in material cost equivalent to 10% increase in turnover. So who is going to contribute 10% in the turnover now by saving 1% in the cost wise? Who is going to do contribution now? Purchasing. So the purchasing professionals, they should take to head, they should take to head. How can you create value for organization? If you think about the organization, you can bring everything for organization. We should not be selfish. We have to always think about how can we give the best to organization. Yeah. By reducing the cost and increasing the turnover. In this area, we should have some focus. Right? Purchasing manager is the custodian of a firm purse. What do you think about this statement? Organization's purse is in your hand. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the purse is in your hand now. Organization's purse in your hand. You are the custodians of purse, right? It means you are going to manage their finance, right? Because the cost, especially the cost, yeah, cost management is in your hand. Okay, increasing the proportions of one's requirements are now brought or bought instead of being made. So contribution to important substitute, say foreign exchange, responsible for timely execution of the project in heavy competitions, growing worldwide market. Materials management organization that exist now have evolved in purchasing department. So nowadays the purchasing plays a vital role in business. Okay. So the objectives, we have to identify the objectives. So one, we have to buy competitively. Yeah, when we are dealing with the competition, so competitively you have to go and purchase it. Buy wisely, keep inventory, investment and inventory loses at particular practical minimum. You have to lose everything minimum level, your waste minimization, and develop effective and reliable sources of supply. So you are going to bring your sources of supply effective and reliable. This is very important area of purchasing. Okay, the procurement. So you have to find a source. That source should be reliable and effective. And you are going to make this the source in order to achieve your competitive advantage. And develop a good relationship with the supply community and continue have a relationship with the suppliers. Achieve maximum integration with other departments also. I told you the procurement departments or purchasing department will have the coordination with operation. They have the coordination with the finance department. They have the coordination with the marketing department, because according to their projections given by sales projections given by marketing department, yeah, you are going to bring operations going to come according to the operations projections. You are going to bring your material supply. Okay. Handle the purchasing and supply management functions professional, cost effective manner. So these are the objectives. And we can have in the other way purchase. You are going to go for satisfactory materials, proper negotiation with the suppliers, coordination with other departments, timely deliveries, continuous and regular supply, minimize the waste, bring the quality, to control the quantity of the material, information about new materials and process which can reduce the cost of production, improve the performance of the product. So overall, you are going to consider these all, right? As a purchasing manager or procurement manager, so you are going to keep these objectives in mind and then work. Correct? The key involvement when you are dealing with the issues: quantity issue, quality issue, time issue, place issue. So you have to tell me, so what are the situations you had in terms of these four: quantity, quality, time, and place issues at the time of the procurement or the purchasing? Right quantity, yeah, right quality, the right time, yeah, the right price.
Can I ask one question? Like quantity,
Yeah.
quality, and time. It is like understandable. But what do you mean by place? Like place, and to me means like the end user.
Yeah, that the place that you want to have. Yeah, at the right place you have to bring, especially operations. You want to have the warehouse.
Okay.
Transportation, you have to bring them in the right place. Everything should be there.
Okay. Okay.
Ram, are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything to, did you have any kind of hardships during the time, especially when you're dealing with the quantity, quality, time, and you had hard times, or you had any experience with that? Definitely you are going to suffer with this area to fulfill. What will happen if the power of bargaining is increased or decreased? Bargaining power. So if organization should have this bargaining power under control, right? So organization should have this bargaining power under control so that they can win the competition, because you have the supply in your hand, right? They should not demand, yeah, they should work for you, right?
Yes.
So if you have your suppliers with you, and that's why in the strategy we have another strategy, that is what we call diversification strategy. In the business we will discuss that one. In the diversification strategy we are going to have forward and backward integrations. Integration strategy. What do you mean integrations? You make your own supplies, you buy your own supplies. Instead of searching for suppliers, you become your own suppliers. Then you can have this monopoly. You can bring this business, unique, because you have your own one. Then you can bring your supplies. It's not easy, yeah, but if you can make it, then you can win that competition. You can success in the market also, take the market leadership. Especially you can have some IKEA, for example. IKEA, they are owning their forest. They buy their forest and they cut their wood and make their chairs. They make their furnitures. They have their own supply. It's good, no, having their own supply, but it's not easy.
Right.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
can,
you have to maintain the everything in the forest. Maintaining is also a big part.
so think about the way how organization is thinking. To win the competition, to make lower cost, IKEA's is the lowest cost. Yeah, they go for lower cost strategy. So to make it happen, through which if you want to take market leadership, you have to bring your own supply. You should not have any problem in your supply things, because raw material is important. If there is a shortage, how are you going to supply continuously? How are you going to produce continuously? And cost effectiveness can be there. You can reduce your cost if you have your own supply, right? This is backward, because backward means for before operations you bring it. That's backward. A backward integration. And also you have forward integration. You have your own distribution. Once you have produced your product and services, you want to take to customers' hand. You take your customers. You are not having any intermediaries.
So you mean sales also the organization is taking care of, right?
Yeah, taking care. You have your branches, you have your retail shops, you distribute it.
Okay.
See, the total business is you. This is another way. This is a strategy. Once your business is growing, you have to go and think about it. How can you make your own distribution? How can you make your own supply, through which you can get more profitability, and also you can reduce the cost, and you can have the market leadership. You can have some uniqueness, because you are the one going to decide everything. No outsiders. Right? So this is the business strategy. According to the business strategy, now you are going to go in. See, if you have your own supply, now the supply, your role is going to be different. The distribution role will be different, right?
Yes.
That is the different things now. Okay, fine. So location and the choice of the supply. When you look at this, we can deal with this subject. Reliability of the supply is important. Reliability, past performance, especially in times of the crisis, as well as the sound financial position of the supplier classifies him to be reliable. So how are you going to make your supplies reliable? The reliability, how are you going to see based on your past, the experience you had with them, yeah, and their financial soundness. Okay, are they having the capability for supply? You have to go and see. Sometime when I had a discussion with the previous class, some people told me that they visit the plant, so now reliability of the supply and assurance of timely delivery. Yes, we have to make sure the timely delivery, we discuss this, and also after sales service and attitude with the regard to goods of rejected by the purchaser. So returns, yeah, and the technical assistance. So you have to make sure that, and placing the order. So there is a order, purchasing order is there. There is a format, already. And the rule original copy should be sent to the supplier, and one copy retained by the purchase department, one copy sent to the concerned department requiring the order items. Follow up or the progressing the purchase order, receiving the order material at the right time. It's most important organization. And also deliveries can close the enterprise, and for the follow-up purchase order after waiting for some reasonable time is essential. The priority of the follow-up operation should be given according to the importance or classification of the items. So we will discuss the class when we are dealing with the material management. So delay availability of the requisition material should be conveyed at concerned department to maintain records and regarding the supplies, their performance in past and products, probable delivery period should be considered. To dispose of outdated and scraps items should be considered, and control stores operations of receiving the items from vendors. And issuing is to concern the department of organization, handle damage and these things. Methods of purchasing. You have to understand the methods of purchasing. There are different methods we are going to deal. Okay. Purchasing according to requirements. Purchasing according to the requirements, purchasing for some definite future period, market purchasing, speculative purchasing, contract purchasing, scheduled purchasing. So these are the different methods of purchasing. Okay. So what kind of purchasing are you in? What kind of purchasing are you in currently? Then you can we can discuss, I think, this subject in detail in the next class, I believe. Right? Is that okay?
Yes.
Purchasing methods. Up to now, we discussed certain things in terms of purchasing principles, objectives, and also what is purchasing about, the link between supply chain and the purchasing. Yeah, the purchasing chain, the overall view about it. Okay.
Yes.
So is that clear now? Are you happy?